Good morning and welcome on my last day of my Interrail trip. I'm fucking tired. And remember how yesterday I said that I don't want to continue vlogging? It's different today. Today I have something to say, and so yeah, now I really want to tell this story. Now, first, welcome to Venice. I've been here a few times before, so we're not gonna talk much about the city. In short, I like the city. It's beautiful. Don't want to live here because it's a dying city and everything is unnecessarily complicated. Okay, now that's done. Let me start by telling you that I really like couchsurfing. It saved me a shit ton of money, you know, for hostels I would have had to pay, and in general I was a lot happier when I was with a host, staying with someone, than staying in a hostel. I had great experiences with all sorts of people. It was very nice that I did couchsurfing on this trip. Okay, now to a story. So, yesterday wait, why did I start yesterday? I started yesterday in Nice, right? And I made my way direction Austria. And I didn't know where I would stay, so I wrote a few hosts, a few of them in Venice and a few of them in smaller cities on the way. However, none of them replied. I also wrote in the emergency Veneto group, yeah, it's a group on couchsurfing, if anybody in the area can host me. And pretty quickly after I wrote that, people started to reply. Actually, I got two people telling me, yeah, I can stay at their place. One at Lake Garda, but that was the second one. Otherwise I would have probably stayed with him. Although he lives further out, so I stayed with the first guy who texted me in, I still forgot the name of that stupid little city, something with V, that is between Verona and Venice. Everything with V here. Right. So, Venice. I checked out his profile, because that's just what you do. And I read through his references, because the profile is standard profile, whatever, and I don't know if that's yeah, okay, maybe it's relevant. So yeah, it was obvious that he is gay. I read through the references. I ignored the ones that say would recommend, because he had a lot of references, but there were several that said would not recommend. And usually the theme of those was always that he wanted them to sleep in his bed and not on the couch, although the couches were free. And I don't know how specific they were, but yeah, I think some people said if you're not gay, don't go to his place or something. So it's pretty obvious. And in his message, he gave me his number. And the second message I wrote after "Hi, it's me from Couchsurfing" was, let me be perfectly clear with you. I do not want to be touched or in any way hit on. That's the first thing I wrote to him. And then asked him so that's alright with him. And I said, yeah, I don't expect you, like, yeah, I wanted to give him a chance, right? But also I was aware that there have been incidents before. Yeah, but he said, yeah, no, don't worry, blah blah, whatever. And so I trusted him, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool, his place it is. And then in the evening, after going to Lake Garda, because I just had to check that out, I went to his place, and it was really nice. We went to his friend's place, a gay couple, two very nice people. They cooked, I got some dinner there, it was nice. They had conversations in Italian that I didn't understand, but seemed funny. And yeah, might have been talking about me. He said later on they were talking about me, but I didn't understand, so who cares? Yeah, so that was very nice. And then we went back to his place. It was already pretty late. I think that is actually the worst thing that happened, was the ride back, or the most dangerous thing that happened was the ride back, because I think he was a bit drunk and he still took his car. Oh yeah, by the way, side story, his car, like a super nice sports car, an Audi Quattro or something, and his apartment was probably the nicest one in the sense of rich that I've ever couch surfed in. He's got a penthouse, a 2-story penthouse, like with a rooftop view, a terrace. It's ridiculous, and the furniture seems pretty expensive, and also he's got like at least 3, what do you call them, zebra skins. So the leather of a zebra with the fur and shit, at least 3 of them were on the floor. Then 1 cheetah skin with the head, with complete teeth and everything, whole head, also in the living room. Then half a lioness on the wall, a stuffed lioness. Yeah, shit that you can only get on the black market, or like if it's sold antique. He told me it's all antique. Yeah, anyway, but I expect that you do need quite some money to get that sort of stuff. Yeah, but that's a side story. So yeah, he seems to be somewhat rich. Okay. Then, where was I in the story? Oh yeah, the ride home was probably the most dangerous thing for me. Don't drink and drive. However, I didn't really realize he was drunk until afterwards. Anyway, should have paid more attention to that. Now, it was pretty much midnight by then, and we still both took a shower, not together, separately, and then went to bed. Yes, he did have like 4 couches, but made me sleep in his bed. But that was something that I said yes to in the beginning, because he did have a reason for me not to stay on the couches. Apparently there were incidents before and the couches were ruined or something. So yeah, I said from the beginning, yeah, it's perfectly fine for me to sleep in your bed, and that was not a problem. I also did that in Nice with Ryan. I slept with him in one bed because he only had one bed, and yeah, there was no problem at all. So yeah, I was fine with that. And so we went to sleep at around, say, 1 AM. Then at 2:30 I was suddenly awake because I had a hand on me. Okay, 10 minutes, so this is gonna be a bit of a longer story. Just from the back, there's a hand creeping up. Alright. And whatever, let's sleep. Then the hand was creeping further and further and further and further and further and further and further. And suddenly it was in an area that I was not comfortable with having a hand at. So I took it, removed it, said no, went back to sleep. Oh well, back to sleep, that was good. I mean, kept lying there. Let's move. Although I don't like this area. Ugh, stairs. Still move. Like a few minutes or seconds later, I had a whole body pressed against me, you know, spooning kinda. And yeah. So again, pushed him away. It's nice. And said, please let me sleep. And well, then that guy just wouldn't respect my boundaries and just kept on touching me, which was kinda annoying. Also, at one point he even tried to fucking kiss me. I think that was the most annoying part, because I mean, touching my dick is one thing, but kissing me, this is too intimate. So again, pushed him away, and that went on for quite some while, whatever, until he got frustrated enough and left the room, presumably to jerk off. So yeah, I of course couldn't sleep then, although I now had space and privacy. But again, I wasn't sure what would happen next, so somehow I just couldn't sleep. I think that might be somewhat understandable, because if he comes with the kitchen knife, I kinda wanted to be awake. And yeah, so he came back, and again when he came back, he tried to cuddle with me. I was like, come on dude, no. Yeah, that again went on for a while until he gave up again. And I remember having a look at my phone at 3:40. So a good 2 hours have passed. And yeah, at that point he gave up, but I wasn't able to sleep. Just, I don't know. Yeah. First, I wasn't able to sleep because, you know, I had a hand on my butt or something like that, or I had a penis pressing against my back or something like that. So it was always like there is some movement. I had a hand on my legs or something, and I couldn't sleep. But then afterwards, it was, even when he gave up, I still couldn't sleep for quite some time. But I fell asleep at some point around 4, I think. I was again woken up at 6:45, where his alarm went off, and seconds after I had a whole body pressed against me again. So, dude, I said no. Didn't respect that at all. Anyway, so the moral of the story is not that I want to complain about this. For me, this is just another experience. I never felt like I was out of control of the situation. I mean, yes, he did some things that I did not agree with, But if he would have really done something that I really didn't agree with, then I would have been in the physical and mental capability to stop him. I mean, I'm not the strongest guy, but I think I would have given him a good fight before he could rape me. So yeah, in that respect, I still don't feel bad about it. It just, whatever happened, you know. For me, there was no problem. Also, I kept refusing him. But see, here's the problem. And wait. Also, this is actually not the first time this happened with Couchsurfing. I had a similar incident, but not as long, but similar. I was touched before, let's say like that. Also on this trip, also while staying at the Couchsurfers place. So yeah, this seems to be a thing that happens. And again, for me, not a problem. I mean, whatever. People have their desires, and it just, yeah, you know. But my problem here is that if that happens to me, then it happens to other people. And especially girls. I mean, I don't want to be sexist here, but come on, it is mainly men who do that. Of course, there could also be women doing this. However, if we would have a look at the data, we would probably see that it's mainly men. And I don't want to, you know, be sexist here, but let's blame the men. And the thing is, those were gay people hitting on straight guys, or gay guys. Let's not bother about that. But then also straight guys will be hitting on girls just the same way. And my problem is that some people, and here again I'm sexist and I say especially girls, might just not be in the position to defend themselves. And that is my problem, because see, I don't consider myself strong, but I would have just punched him in his balls or something, and wrestled with him. Girls probably wouldn't do that. Some girls. And also, I think I would understand if they would just say, okay, I just let him sleep with me such that he leaves me alone, like that I can sleep then. So just to get it over with, and then it's fine. And that is a problem, because then it's fucking rape. Because, yes, it's not funny though. Yes, problem. So yeah, I do love couchsurfing, but I am now very aware that this is a problem, and I do not like it. So here are a few tips for staying safe. 1. Try and avoid the emergency groups, because whenever that happened, it was from somebody who texted me I can stay at their place. You know, I mean, it's been a very spontaneous trip, so I kind of had to do that often. I do prefer to write proper couchsurfing requests, but also I had some very nice stays with last minute surfer hosts. So yeah, that maybe be careful with that. Do do definitely read the references, because if somebody else has an experience like that, they will write the reference and it will be there. Don't go to people who don't have references or anything, because they might just have created a new profile because they had too many bad references or something. And yeah, just use your understanding of people's intentions and stuff, and maybe ask them in advance why they couch surf. Okay, then they might come up with a shitty reason. I don't know, but just be aware that those things can happen. And again, for me, no problem. I mean, I don't regret this still. I mean, again, it just was an experience, and I am on this trip to have experiences, and for me it wasn't bad. I also definitely don't consider this rape or anything, although you could definitely, you could see this as sexual assault or whatever. However, I just don't care enough to see it negatively. The way that I see it negatively is that I didn't get much sleep. I slept like 4 hours tonight, so I am quite tired, but in like half an hour or so I'm gonna catch a train back to Klagenfurt, and then the Interrail trip is over. So yeah, cool. All right, I mean, yeah, that story I just wanted to share with you. I do love couch surfing, still gonna continue using it, but I understand how it can be difficult for girls, I think. And yeah, I mean, I would never do that, fuck's sake. I mean, I even asked you in the very beginning, I was very clear about that. I don't want to be touched, and fucking asshole just doesn't respect me. But again, I don't care about me. Well, I do care about me, but in that case it wasn't any problem for me, except that I didn't get much sleep. But I do see how this could definitely influence a person's life if they are touched a way they don't want to be touched. And yeah, when doing couch surfing, you do exploit yourself and you do open up to this risk, even more than just in real life. Anyway, can we end this on a positive note? Not really, there's no positivity to rape. But I did enjoy actually in a way I enjoyed all of my, because all of them were experiences. All of my couch surfing experiences were experiences. I don't regret staying with anyone. It was nice. It was a nice, very nice month. Kind of sad that it's over now, but also kind of glad. I don't have any clean clothes anymore, not even a single clean sock. I've been wearing this shirt for the second day. Yeah. I've been going 18 days without washing my clothes. Yeah. But that's a whole different story that we don't want to go into. So you just make your backup, come to Venice and enjoy life.